What is going on, everyone, and welcome to Kart 6T3. My name is Ben. Okay, nothing after that, just Ben. So just right up front, thank you very much for stopping by my channel. I truly do appreciate every single one of you. I just passed a milestone just recently, 1,500 subscribers on this channel. So to every one of you who has subscribed, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. It keeps me going, you know, that you can get caught up in the numbers, at least the old channel that I used to do on beer product reviews. You kind of get focused on those numbers. You get frustrated when they don't climb. But on this channel, I just decided I was going to do it for fun, do it for the information, try and, you know, help as many people as, and not be so concerned about the numbers. And actually, things are going far better than the other channel went. So, you know, again, thank you very much for doing that. If you didn't mind, if you're new here, if you didn't mind subscribing to the channel, that'd be great. Hitting a like on the video, all that rigmarole, that jazz we talk about there. So, a really good discussion on tire wear originated from a picture on Facebook. The picture was actually Mark Bergfeld. He posted a picture of the right rear tire on his son Josh's kart from the Grand Nationals, which we just got back from not too long ago. So just real quick here, high bite Southern track, red Georgia clay. You know, usually Maxxis, you could run Vega Blues if you want, Hoosiers, that type of very hard tire. This is a hard tire track. Well, there was some excessive wear on the right rear, which prompted quite the discussion of what might cause this. And I thought that, spoiler alert, I think it's a little bit of everything. It is a chassis adjustment. It is, you know, maybe the tire being run with maybe a little too air pressure for that chassis adjustment. You know, if you run a certain percentage of, you know, right rear pressure, a certain percentage of cross, not enough cross, too much cross, this can all cause different things to happen. And when you don't run enough air pressure, when you're leaning on that right rear, that can cause excessive wear. There was some thought about it maybe getting into his jack shaft, into his clutch. But it seems to me like that gap is too far. Like there's you know, as you come into the corner, it's going to balloon the inside. It's going to cause the inside of the tire to expand because G-forces are pushing the tread towards the center of the cart, or towards the cart, which is going to cause the inner edge to get bigger and wear out quicker. But this was, you know, right down to almost cords, so it seemed like it was a bit excessive. So everybody kind of chimed in with what they thought, but I think I'll show that picture right now. So that's what that looks like. Again, I think it isn't any one in particular thing. My thought is that it is a combination of the chassis for that particular track. We're not talking about it might very well be a very neutral type chassis setting for, say, up north. But when you go down south, you might want a little more left. You might want a little more cross. You might want to get off that right rear, which would be adding cross to that chassis, regardless of if it's a low cross chassis or high cross chassis. If that right rear is digging in too hard, you're going to cause excessive wear. So I believe that the air pressure was slightly too low. Now, was it too low for everybody? No. I can tell you that for a fact because I was running that tire pressure. You know, race is done. I was on 5 PSI outside. I was on 4 PSI inside. We are going to, matter of fact, I got all my tires lined up here. And we're going to take a peek at my tires that I ran throughout the day. And I'm going to, you know, overtalk, you know, or talk about them when we're looking at them. But so with my chassis setup, I was off the right rear enough that it didn't cause that excessive wear. So I think that, you know, without saying anything, I didn't want to, you know, it wasn't going to be an argument for me. You know, everybody offered their point of view, and Crest C probably said it right. For that air pressure was perfectly fine at 5 PSA on the right side, but the chassis setup, that was not correct. There was too much pressure on that right rear to be running that low of pressure, which was causing excess wear right there where the tread meets the shoulder on the sidewall of the tire. It happens sometimes, but yeah, we're gonna dive up close. We're gonna take a look at mine. I have some excessive tire wear, I think, more so on my left rear, but I just wanted to give you guys a point of view of what my tires were and how long I ran them, type of thing. So we're gonna dive up close here and take a peek. All right, give me a second. All right, everybody, you'll have to forgive the state of my my bench here. It is the end of the season, so everything's kind of in disarray. I am going to race. You like my shadow? There's my hair. I'm going to race one more race at my local track. I'm not going to participate in the Northeast Divisional. Time just is not a factor. My son has SATs in the morning. There's no way I can make that race. I probably can make Geneva for that race, just to be in the cart one more time before our season's done. But it is what it is. All right, so this set of tires, this is my outside, and we're breaking out here. That is the left rear I ran all day long. I wanted to change the left rear, but I couldn't size-wise in time for the feature. I couldn't find a left rear that would size correctly. But these tires here, I ran from practice until the feature time. So I ran them in 2 or 3 practice rounds. You know, not too many laps, probably 5-6 laps, give or take. I did run them in qualifying, and I ran them in my heat race. So I think my cart was hooked up pretty darn good. It was right here. We can see just ever so slightly the tires were starting to get a little feather on them. This is the outside. Still looks really good. It's a very able to flip that tire. But right here's that portion on Mark's tire, or Mark's son's tire, right here where he had the excessive wear. So I feel this. This is where the rubber meets here. It's not the greatest. And I'm not quite sure. I think that was my right rear, but this may have, no, this was my right rear. You see where it's starting to, this faint mark here, that's where it's starting to think about showing cords. So that was, I think the track had max grip during qualifying, maybe even into the heat races. And these tires were just about done, to whereas I didn't want to run. You know, we're getting to this point. I did not want to put this set of outside tires on for the feature event. Now we're going to pop over here. And these are the tires that I ran in the feature event. And there's even more wear on these boys. So I believe this is my right front. We're going to take a peek at this first. Again, you know, it's getting there. It was getting it done, but as you can see, there's no feathering. So the putting brand new stickers on, if you will, for the feature really served the purpose. But I was most definitely driving off my right rear, because much like Mark's tire, or Josh's tire, this puppy is junk. But it served its purpose. Like I said before, I went from 16th up to 5th, minded my P's and Q's at the beginning of the race, and it got me to where I needed to go. But boy, oh boy, if I'm super glad that I put a fresh set, at least a fresh right rear, if anything, on for the feature event. The track seemed to lose a bit of grip to me. Became a little more sandier, but then again, because so many carts were on it at the same time, it widened out, so you can run. I could actually swoop into the turn. I could take a higher line into the turn to get where I wanted to off the turn. So that was a sesame. I'm gonna pop these down here real quick. Set those off the side because I kind of want to get this one in the light. This is the left rear, and I most definitely should have changed it. This was brand new to start the day. As you can see, as we rotate around, the wear dots, that's just where it was sitting in the trailer. But the wear dots are gone. The edge, so this would be, That's not even the bad edge. We'll come over here. This is the outside edge. So the same concept, you know, that the forces are pushing this way. This is the left side of the chassis, so it's pushing this way and ballooning this side. And this puppy is a junk. If I had 5 more laps in it, I would be amazed. But I definitely had some cross in the thing. As much wear as it put on my right rear, it definitely did a number. GKK is serious on tires. You better be good at it. And, you know, not for nothing, the Southerners just, they know what they're doing. I guarantee you some other people's tires, the front runners' tires, probably look a lot better than mine because they're used to running on that type of setup. But not too shabby for a Northerner going down there. But definitely need, how aggressive I am on tires, I probably need a couple more sets just to make sure I make it through a night. Okay, so in closeout, I just wanted to reiterate that. Excessive tire wear can be a result of multiple things. You know, somebody jumping in and say, it's too low air pressure. Maybe not if it was the correct setup for that air pressure. I was in Jasper, Florida in 2019, and I was running 7 and 8 pounds of air pressure, and my cart was really, really well. I lost my engine due to my own stupidity in the first heat at the Grand Nationals, going away with, I was going to qualify 7th, you know, going into the main, and with 2 laps to go, I locked up my motor, but I was routinely running 7 and 8 pounds of air pressure on that chassis on that particular day. So, you know, track grip has a lot to do with it. You know, how much air pressure, the settings on the cart, how much cross you have in it, how much left side you have in it, all these things, all your percentages. That really depends on how your tires are going to wear. You know, your right front may be steering the cart a lot. That may take a lot more wear than the right rear does. It's very possible. But in this particular picture, I think that Mark's son, I think it was a good air pressure. I just don't think it was a good air pressure for that particular cross setting. I think it probably could have used a bit more cross to get off that right rear. Maybe it would have freed the chassis up, would have been as hard to steer, that type of scenario. So in general, you know, it's numerous things. In my opinion, of course, that's and I think what the conclusion came down to that. You can claim it's one thing or another, but I think what it comes down to is everything has to align for you to be, you know, perfectly happy on your chassis, for your chassis to be as fast in harmony with the motor. So we'll leave it at that it's multiple things, just some ideas to point out that if you're getting excessive tire wear, you might want to look at. Now, I will say that this is not always just an opens problem, but we are tougher on tires than all other classes. We have more horsepower, we're usually heavier than you are, and we cause tire wear excessively fast. I mean, that's a $60 tire that made it 20 laps. Well, with cautions a little more, but we're under green, it lasted 20 laps. A $60 tire just, and it's gone. It worked well, it served its purpose, but poof, it's gone. So as a Northerner going down south, I really need to hone in better on what the chassis needs throughout the day. I did get the chassis better. It still caused excessive tire wear, but it got the job done. But I think I need a couple more adjustments on that high grip stuff to make mine not do the same thing and to last the entire run even better, maybe be a little quicker up front, that type of thing. So, all right, guys, I hope I didn't confuse anybody with this, but I wanted to kind of, you know, I saw that picture. I thought, you know what, that'd make a great video, and we're going to do that. So, as always, hit a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday, hopefully. I think I'm making a video for Tuesday. I should be making a video Tuesday. All right, guys, later.